So you may have noticed that there is a new addition to the Cybertruck, and it's this light bar. No, this is not the original OEM Tesla light bar. This is actually one that Hancho sent to me, so shout out to them for doing that. I'm going to go over just some of the overall basic features. I'm going to talk about my overall experience with the installation process, but without further ado, let's get started. So as a quick overview, the light bar itself comes in three pieces. You're going to have your left bracket, your right side bracket, as well as the light bar itself. It also does come with the electrical connector, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. In terms of tools, Hancho sends you almost everything you need, but you are going to need a socket wrench, as well as a pair of wire strippers. That's actually the one thing that surprised me the most. So once you have all those, you're ready to go in terms of installation. I'll kind of set all this off to the side. So my overall first impressions of the light bar is this thing is bright. I highly do not recommend having this thing on while driving on city streets. I think it's actually probably illegal in most states, so please consult your state's laws and all that before using this. This is more meant for off-road usage, so highly recommend do not turn this on city streets. In terms of the overall presentation, it looks absolutely great. I've had it for about a week and a half now. I've gotten a lot of compliments on this thing. It's funny, a lot of people think this is the actual Tesla light bar, which if you've seen the Tesla light bar, you know that it's not. The one from Tesla is actually a little bit more, I'd say a little bit more conservative. It's a lot smaller. It's still bright, don't get me wrong. I've seen it in person, it's crazy, but that thing is glued on. So once you, like, that thing's not coming off. This can actually be installed and removed easily if you should so wish. The thing that I'm a big fan of with the Hancho light bar is the fact that I can adjust it. All you have to do is you can basically loosen these, the little, with the Allen wrench on each side, and this will actually allow you to rotate it up and down, which is actually really nice because, for example, the first day that I installed it and I turned it on, apparently I had it a little bit too low and it literally just shined right down the windshield. So I could literally see every speck of dirt that was on this windshield. So I thought that was overall pretty cool. Some other questions, I'm just gonna go over just basic questions that I've gotten about this thing. So in terms of functionality, so the Tesla light bar is a little bit different. That one you can actually control the brightness, you can control it from the app, you can actually just turn off like certain portions of the light bar. This one, we're not quite that classy here. It's literally just an on and off feature that all you have to do is just go into the outlets page on your Cybertruck display and you turn it on and off, and that's literally it. That's all you're gonna do. But then again, at the end of the day, that's all you need it to do. Would I like it to do more? Yeah, but overall, I'm pretty happy with it. So kind of going more in depth a little bit into the install process. Like I said, it took me roughly 15 minutes to do it. Something I did forget is you are going to need some electrical tape as well for the wiring harness and all that, because I thought it was very interesting how you have to install this thing. Basically what you have to do, so I'm actually going to disconnect the light bar real fast from the Cybertruck. So it will come with, these two connectors, and what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to, so there's three wires. There's your red wire, your black wire, and the ground wire, the green wire. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take your wire strippers and you're going to have to strip the wire off of your red wire and your black wire on both the Cybertruck side and the light bar side. And what you're going to have to do is basically splice them together. It's super sketchy. Thankfully, I was an electrician on aircraft back in the day, so thankfully some of those skills started to come back. But if you're not comfortable with that, highly recommend finding somebody to do it. Where the electrical tape comes in handy is once I did splice all these wires together, I just electrical taped the heck out of it. I know a big question people have been asking is like, well, how's it through the car wash? Isn't it gonna fry your truck? No, I've taken this thing through touch-free car washes, I think 3 times since I've had this light bar. It's been just fine. I would not recommend taking this light bar through a actual touch car wash with brushes, because you don't want it to damage the light bar or anything like that. So just stick with a touch-free or, wash it yourself. But first impressions is one, so here's the cord from the light bar. It's a little bit long. I would like to see this actually a little bit shorter. What I mean by a little bit, probably 6 to 8 inches shorter would be my recommendation, because basically what I had to do is I just took electrical tape and just taped the heck out of this thing, because if not, it's going to be, the wind is just going to be wrestling it around, and I didn't want that. So, and it doesn't look the classiest, no, but it's up here. You can't really see it anyway. But I highly recommend, yeah, check out Hanshow's website for the installation, more specifically towards the electrical stuff, because everything else, though, is extremely simple. I had really no pause or anything installing the rest of this, because basically what you're going to have to do is under these two little panels here, there's two nuts on each side. You're going to have to take each one of those out. You're going to install the bracket before the light bar, so the left bracket and the right bracket, and then take the nut, put it back on, and then basically tighten it back with your socket here, socket wrench and all that here. And then after that, what you're basically going to do is just install the light bar, put the little bit through it, tighten it, and really you're good to go. That's it. Like I said, it's just the electrical portion that, you know, I wanted to take a little bit more time and actually put a little love into that, because that would be the worst thing ever, is if, you know, expose wiring and I fry my truck or something, or do something like that. I'm not really sure what would happen, but I just wanted to make sure that this was done properly. And that's why I said I highly recommend just electrical tape the heck out of that connector, just to make sure that no water or anything gets in. Like I said, I've taken it through the car wash. It's just fine. That's really all I got for you. This was a very short, sweet, and to the point video. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe if you want. I will also leave a link in the description below for this light bar. And also, if you have any questions, anything at all, please feel free to drop them in the comments below and I'll answer them as quick as I can. I will also leave my referral link below, because now Tesla is offering up to $2,000 off of a brand new Tesla. So please feel free to take advantage of that. They're also offering up to 3 months of full self-driving and 3 free months of supercharging. So definitely take advantage of those deals while you can. But hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. See ya.